What time is it, Mr. Wolf? Oh, you got it!
There was this kid, and he kept on trying to write his name for about a month, and he finally got it down where he could write his name, and his face just lit up with so much joy. And right then and there, I knew that I was going to be a teacher.
The Early Education and Family Studies program at Portland Community College provides professional development and credentialing for people who are interested in entering the early education field. The program works to prepare students directly for work with children and families. We offer a certificate program, we offer a degree program. Both of those qualify students to work as teachers in certified programs in the state of Oregon. If you're interested in going on and pursuing a four-year degree because you wanted to go into social work or family programs or counseling or elementary school education, we're an excellent foundation for those sorts of goals and programs as well. Some of the students are just trying the program out, but for most, it's a calling. In the early education program, our student population is extremely diverse. We have young students who are coming to us right out of high school. We have students who are starting early education as a second career. We have students who have been parents and have started to care for children in their home. We have students who come to us from many different cultural backgrounds. Our students speak Arabic and Japanese and Spanish. And I think that in all of our classes, those differences are honored and respected and really incorporated into the coursework in the sense that we come from diverse backgrounds and we're working with children and families that are of diverse backgrounds. And so I think that really also enhances the students' experiences. In some ways they get to experience it in real life in their coursework, as well as learning about what they might be doing or applying in the classroom.
I'm afraid to leave you. I'm afraid you're going to fall right
I had no idea that I'd be in this field. I have a business degree from University of Portland, and I've been running our family business for many years. But I really didn't want to be doing that. I had actually ran away to Korea to avoid my responsibilities, but my father had grown older, and I ended up taking the business over. And after running it for 4 or 5 years, I just wanted to be doing something different.
I just felt like my English wasn't good enough, especially when it comes to reading book for the children, because the teacher in the classroom needed to read the books during circle time, but here come to me, I didn't have enough confidence because I was too nervous around the adult. After I graduated from high school, I went to PCC, take some E&L courses to improve my English skill. And after I finished the program of E&L, I started to take E program, working with children. That's how I got started.
I went through the motions of going to class and then going home and going back to class again, and never really learned anything, never really took an experience away from high school. So I really didn't know what I was going to do with my life, so I decided to take a year off and work in a kindergarten classroom in an inner city where a lot of the children came from one parent households. They would react to me so differently just because I was the male presence in the classroom. And that really affected me, and I really realized that there needs to be more males in early education programs.
Yo vengo de una familia migrante. Mi esposo y yo venimos de México para trabajar como la mayoría de los inmigrantes, el sueño americano. Y nosotros comenzamos a trabajar en el campo, en el estado de Washington, por un tiempo. Cuando yo comencé a mirar la forma como las maestras trataban a los niños en Head Start, ellas trataban de una forma muy respetuosa a los niños y se preocupaban por el el desarrollo de ellos dentro del salón y fuera del salón también al hacer visitas en las casas. Yo comencé a mostrarme muy interesada, me pareció muy interesante el aprender más sobre cómo trabajar con niños pequeños y con familias.
I first got interested in working with young children when I was young. When I grew up, I always wanted to be a babysitter and a mommy. And I found out about the Little Tigers program at Tigard High School and was really interested in doing that. Well, now that I've graduated high school, I really want to continue with early education. It's something that I've always had a passion for. That's what I want to do with my life. My dream is to run my own preschool. I want to come to PCC to achieve that because my teacher, Mrs. Alexander, has always said that if you're going to continue with early childhood education, PCC is the place to do it.
Students should come to PCC for a number of reasons. We are a very accessible campus located right in the heart of the sort of Tri-County area. We really try to be accessible to our students, so we offer our courses in a variety of formats. We have in-person courses in the morning, the afternoon, and the evening. We offer online courses. We offer what are called ITV or interactive TV television courses. People should come to PCC because we have very small classes. We have very intimate teaching experience. Students have an opportunity to ask questions. Students can build relationships with their mentor teachers, with their faculty people, and we really care about our students' success. We want our students to be successful, and we'll do what we need to do to help them be successful. So we offer a certificate and an associate degree of applied science. Our certificate is 33 to 34 credits. And it can take students usually about 3 terms to complete if they're working full-time. Our associate's degree is a 90-credit associate's degree, and the certificate coursework feeds right into the associate's degree. So that 33 or 34 credits is part of the 90-credit associate's degree.
I was a little nervous the first time I was taking a class, but I took a class with Adia Miller, and it was environments, and she changed my whole entire perspective of how I was thinking about children. And I was just so blown away with everything that you could possibly learn about children.
I chose PCC because the class sizes were smaller, and I felt that that would really benefit me as a person because I wanted to be able to have an individual relationship with the instructors and then to be able to build a relationship with the students as well, because I was going into a field that I was unfamiliar with and I wanted to gain as much knowledge as I possibly could. So the fact that the classes were smaller and I was able to build that relationship, I feel that it really helped me be able to be a success in the classes that I've taken.
El Departamento de Educación Temprana de PCC tiene maestros capacitados y profesionales que tienen un gran conocimiento sobre cómo trabajar con personas de diferentes culturas y cómo apoyar las diferentes necesidades de esas personas.
The early education program tries to prepare students for all aspects of working with young children and their families, and we do this in 2 ways. The first way is through our coursework. And our coursework covers a wide range of topics, for instance, observation and guidance, and curriculum and environments, but then also working with children and families, working with children with special needs. And then the second way in which we work to prepare graduates is through our practicum or student teaching. So our students spend a great deal of time with us actually working in our Child Development Center with children, with families, and then for advanced practicum actually out in the community. One of the ways in which the early education program at PCC is unique is that it has its own Child Development Center or lab school. And the lab school enables students to do their student teaching or practicum actually on site here at the campus, at Sylvania campus. And our program serves student parents, so student parents' children are in the program, so we are a service to the campus as well as providing teaching and learning opportunity for our early education students.
PCC program is really offering a student a balanced program. They really work with students to individualize what they want to do and how to get them to the path of learning that will be best for them. They also work hard in getting their students out in many different times into the field to see what's available, and that really allows the student to get the theory in the classroom but also to get the practice hand in hand, which has a well-balanced teacher exiting the program.
For my advanced practicum, I worked at ABC for both terms, and that also worked well for me because it was close by. I chose them out of a complete list of places throughout Portland area to be able to find one that was close and convenient for me, that had the age group that I was interested in, and the flexibility for me to be able to do my practicum time and not interfere with my other responsibilities.
Teachers would jot down notes about what I was doing in the classroom, very objective, narrative style of notes that told me exactly what I was doing with the kids, and they weren't judgmental. It was just a fact of how I was performing in the classroom, and I would read that at a later time and it would give me a picture of myself. And over several terms, the notes kind of accumulated, and in the end I had this wealth of information in front of me where it showed me how I progressed from a very awkward student teacher to a more mature, more positive and confident person.
Our graduates can continue on from our 2-year program into a 4-year program. We do have an articulation agreement with Portland State University's Child and Family Studies program, as well as their degree completion program. And these articulation agreements allow students to start at PSU with junior status. Our graduates also go on to actual work in the field. So when a student has an associate's degree in the field right now in early childhood, they qualify for really some of the highest paying jobs in the field.
What we're looking for in a teacher is really one that's well balanced, that's been out in the field, looked at different classroom environments and age groups, really bringing their desire to work with a specific age group to our program. We're always looking to add diversity to our staff. We're looking for men to join us on staff and in the field, and I think PCC has done a good job of trying to attract men to the program. We're looking for age diversity, those who may be in their second career or making a career switch, and we're looking for diversity in culture.
Yo comencé como mamá del programa donde ahora trabajo en Oregon Child Development Coalition. Y comencé a ir como voluntaria, después como maestra, y este año comencé a trabajar como coordinadora de educación. Cuando yo comencé a tomar clases de educación temprana, comencé a ponerle nombre a lo que yo ya estaba realizando dentro del salón.
It provides the knowledge and the skills to really understand and to gain the skills that you need to work with kids.
You know, I like the best about being teacher is that I'm able to make a difference in children's life. Because I remember look back, my first grade teachers that touches my life, and I just think that I'm able to make a difference in child's life, and especially supporting parents through that.
Y aprendí también cómo ser una líder. Creo que alguna vez escuché a Linda decirme que ya tenía las habilidades de liderazgo, pero las desarrollé en las clases de educación temprana, siguiendo el modelo de esas personas tan profesionales que están apoyando en ese departamento.
This isn't just a 9-to-5 job. You don't just go and put in your time and go home, because there really is. It's so rich and alive, and there's so much to it.
Mimi, take a bite of me.
One, two, three.
What time is it, Mr. Wolf? What time is it, Mr. Wolf? Oh, you got it!